Coming up here on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky health officials remind parents about the importance of not leaving a child in a hot car. And cooling areas are opened up here in eastern Kentucky to help people beat the heat.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Six o'clock. Good morning to you. It's Friday. I'm Dakota Makris, and well, for me, after this newscast, the weekend's here for me. So let's take it over to Brandon for a look at our forecast. And Brandon, I can just go ahead and say I probably just jinxed myself. So
probably.
But you know what? Oh well, it is what it is. But
actually, you got to make a phone call first.
I do have to make a phone call, or it could be a text message. You never know. But then I got to deal with you after. We got to take you to get a car service. So really, I'm not really stopping.
You're not really done yet.
Nope.
And then we will be here tracking the storms that are approaching. Hopefully by later this morning. Well, not hopefully, but the timing sets them up for later this morning, and that will bring us some much-needed heat relief. Let's take a look at our cameras this morning, heading over to I-75 at Corbin this time. No major issues down that way. A couple of tractor trailers going up the road. Looks like it's going to be a nice start to the day there. Temperatures from 66 in Clintwood down to 69 now in Manchester, so temperatures dropping still a little bit this morning. 76 though in Pikeville, 77 Moorhead, Jackson, Logan, 75 in Somerset, and 78 is the hot spot in Prestonsburg right now. Dew point still soupy out there, so just be ready for that instant sweat. Now again, it's a little cooler air temperature wise. It may not smack you as hard in the face like it has been the past few days, but it'll still be a little smack out there this morning. Temperatures start to go down in some parts of the area into the upper 60s, but that's still past the uncomfortable category, but not quite to instant sweat. We're going to try for 89 today. Won't break any records, but it'll get close to a couple. If we overachieve a little bit, we may tie or break a record or two. But you see there, the record is 91 at the National Weather Service office at Jackson. It's 93 at London Corbin Airport. We're definitely not getting to that. 83 is the average for this time of the year. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, with recent high temperatures reaching the 90s, people here in the region are searching for a way to beat the heat. Our Jordan Mullins shows us how local fire departments are helping kids stay cool.
Folks throughout the region are looking for ways to beat this summer heat wave. With public pools closed in both the cities of Corbin and Paintsville, officials got creative.
So this was kind of a neat alternative for us to have a little interaction with the community and the kids to be able to find a way to stay cool. It's been pretty miserable hot this week. So
calling on local firefighters to provide the ultimate sprinkler system.
I know one thing, we couldn't have picked a better day for it. It's been so hot around here, and of course our pool is closed right now. Giving
kids a way to cool off and an opportunity to safely have fun in the sun.
Just to give the kids a way to get out and beat the heat this summer and cool down and have a little fun and something new. So, you know, we needed to do something to help these kids out where it's so hot.
And officials in both communities are ready to do whatever they can.
As many as they want to have, we'll be right here to do them. They're fun. Anything to make the kids happy. I've noticed a lot of the kids, as they walk by, they look at the fire truck, they like the lights. They love it. So anything we can do to help them and keep some joy and happiness in this rough time we live in, we're all about it.
To keep the kids happy and stay cool in the Commonwealth all summer long. In Johnson County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, the Corbin Fire Department is hosting another Water Days event on June 23rd. Hell says the Paintsville Recreational Center and the Paintsville Fire Department will be planning future Soaked in the Sun events and hope to host an event twice a month throughout the summer. Well, cooling centers have opened this week here in eastern Kentucky. With dangerous heat scorching the area recently, officials are trying to help folks stay cool. Knott County Judge Executive Jeff Dobson says opening facilities like the Sportsplex just makes sense.
We felt that this was a necessity to go ahead and open these up to offer people to come out and let the kids play what time they're here. We got plenty of fresh, cold water.
Temperatures are expected to fall somewhat this weekend before the dangerous heat, well, makes a return again next week. Amid days of high temperatures and with summer on the way, one Lexington group is reminding parents about the importance of not leaving a child in a hot car. Sherry Hannon coordinates Safe Kids at Fayette County and says leaving a child in a car on a hot day is often just an honest mistake, but it can quickly become a dangerous one too.
Children can succumb to hyperthermia very quickly, and the inside of a car, it can be, very high extreme temperatures, and children cannot regulate their body temperatures like an adult does.
Well, she says this can also occur when it's in the 70s because the inside temperatures of a car increases rapidly. Many families are turning to the pool due to the heat, but unsupervised children can find their way into bodies of water unexpectedly. Following the drowning death of a toddler in Laurel County earlier this week, there's a renewed push for water safety. Shelby Lofton talked to swim safety instructors who say it's never too early or too late to learn how to swim.
In the corner of a packed YMCA pool, life-saving practices are put into action amid excited screams and splashes. Every second counts. Swim instructors' goal is to prevent this kind of emergency.
It's never too late to learn how to swim.
Or too early.
Can they put their face in the water? Can they blow bubbles? Can they float?
Those are some of the life-saving skills children can learn.
To help teach the parents what are some games and things they can do with their children to kind of continue to make the children more comfortable around water.
The techniques and safety tips learned in swim classes are put to the test outside of the community pool.
Whether you're got a pond in the back of your house or near a park, whether it's a lake or somebody else's pool.
Emsley says if a lifeguard is not on duty, make one person in the group a water watcher.
Have somebody designated as that person that is keeping an eye on anybody in the water.
She says their #1 goal is to get a child used to the water so they can fall back on the skills they learned no matter the situation. In Lexington, Shelby Lofton, WKYT.
The YMCA instructors said they also offer swimming lessons for adults. A utility company in Madison County is asking people to conserve energy. Berea Municipal Utilities put out an alert. The company is requesting 5,300 customers cut back on electric from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. during days that reach 90 degrees or above, the peak time when consumption increases. Kevin Howard, the general manager, hopes more people will voluntarily comply. He adds that if demand outweighs energy output, it goes to the next phase.
Be sure to turn off any lights that are not needed. Another phase to where we would actually have some roll-in blackouts that would affect certain parts of town over a certain duration.
Howard suggests another way to save energy: try to not use the oven and grill outside instead. The current request has been in place since Monday and has been extended until further notice. The MMRC Regional Industrial Park in Rowan County will be getting a big boost from $452,000 in funding. A bit more than $200,000 is coming from the Kentucky Economic Development Cabinet, and the Regional Industrial Development Authority is matching that amount. Governor Andy Beshear's senior advisor, Rocky Atkins, was in Rowan County yesterday to present the check. That sum will go toward building infrastructure and other development. That includes a 150,000 square foot pad on a 22-acre site to build on.
This community really is attracting a lot of good jobs, investments that are taking place here. I think that site will be one that will be very attractive, and it'll be one that we will be promoting from the governor's office through the Economic Development Cabinet to push, to show industry and business that's looking to either grow or locate here in Kentucky.
Work is ready to start immediately, and officials say they plan to have the pad poured and all the broadband and side roads done by the end of the summer. Attorney General Daniel Cameron says former President Donald Trump is endorsing him in next year's governor's race. He released a statement last night saying he was honored and humbled to receive his endorsement. The Attorney General is one of several Republicans who are hoping to prevent Governor Andy Beshear from being reelected. He also claims a new poll shows him more than 30 points ahead of his closest competitor in the primary.
.609 here on this Friday morning. We are tracking a little bit of patchy dense fog out there, so we're going to keep that yellow light on for now. You're seeing it at the sensor at the Harlan Airport. Tucker Guthrie over there this morning, down to 5 miles, which is a low visibility threshold, down to 7 in Somerset. So it's floating around out there in some spots. Not as bad as it has been the past couple of days, but still out there. 66 in Clintwood, 69 in Manchester. Everybody else is in the 70s. Prestonsburg, the warm spot, at 78. Moorhead and Jackson right behind them, and Logan as well at 77. 89 today before the rain moves in. Some of those storms could pack a punch today, so make sure you have a way to get those alerts quickly, like the WYMT weather app. As we look ahead, relief finally after a very hot week. Record-breaking temperatures. It's still going to be muggy this morning. Storms will move in later today with that cold front, and sweet relief, as I've been calling it for several days, coming into play this weekend, but it is short-lived. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you so much. 6:10, when we come back here on Mountain News this morning, a group of people in Florida are safe thanks to a water rescue by some Good Samaritans. That's just ahead this morning.